In the last class, we have discussed in detail about the ionization energy, that is, the definition of ionization energy, the variation of ionization energy along the group and along the period, and also we have studied the factors affecting or the factors controlling the ionization energy, particularly the size of an atom, the charge on the nucleus, inner shell electrons, completely filled or half filled or empty orbitals, and also the shape of the atomic orbitals, which affects the ionization energy. So today I am going to deal about one more important periodic property, that is electronegativity of an atom. Coming to the electronegativity. So what is electronegativity, or about the definition of electronegativity? The ability of an atom to attract the shared pair of electrons in a molecule towards itself is called electronegativity of an atom. The ability of an atom to attract a shared pair of electron in a molecule towards itself is called as electronegativity of an atom. Here, the electronegativity depends upon the number of electrons present in the valence shell. As the number of electrons in the valence shell of an atom increases, the electronegativity value of an atom also increases. For example, the halogen atoms of the 7th A group, such as fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, have a strong attraction for an electron, as the halogens of the 7th A group, such as fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, are having a more and more number of electrons, that is maximum of 7 electrons. So they are going to be said to be a highly electronegative. While the alkali metals such as lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium, these are having only one electron in the outermost subshell. So these elements are said to be having a little affinity for an electron pair and are said to be very low electronegative, and these elements are having a low electronegativity value. The halogens of the 7th A group, as they are having 7 electrons in their valence shell, are said to be highly electronegative elements, while that of alkali metals having only 1 electron are said to be a little electronegative. The value of electronegativity depends upon the ionization energy and electron affinity. The electronegativity value also depends upon the ionization energy as well as electron affinity. Higher the ionization energy and higher the electron affinity, both leads to the higher electronegativity of an element. In general, electronegativity value of an atom goes on increasing as we move from left to right in a period in the periodic table. That is, the electronegativity value of the elements increases as we move along the period. For example, here we have taken second period of the periodic table, such as the element sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine and their electronegativity value. Sodium is having 1.0 as its electronegativity value. That of magnesium is 1.13, aluminium is 1.5, silicon is 1.8, phosphorus is 2.1, sulfur is found to be having 2.4 and that of the last member chlorine is shown to be having 2.9. So, as we move from left to right in a period, particularly by taking an example of second period of the periodic table, a constant increase in the electronegativity value of an element is observed. And electronegativity value of an element will be goes on decreasing as we move down the group in a periodic table. Electronegativity value of an element decreases as we move down the group in a periodic table. For example, again we have taken the first A group, that is alkali metals and their electronegativity values. Lithium is having 1.1, sodium shows 1.0, that of potassium 0.9, cesium 0.79 and that of rubidium is 0.7. So, as I told you already, the electronegativity value of an element will be goes on decreasing as we move down the group in any group of the periodic table. And the alkali metals of first A group have lowest electronegativity value, as the alkali metals are having only one electron in the valence shell. Therefore, these are having lowest electronegativity value. While the halogens of the 7th A group having 7 electrons in their valence shell, they show a highest electronegativity value. The values of electronegativity of alkali as well as halogens are given in the table as shown below. So, the following table shows the electronegativity value of alkali elements and the electronegativity value of halogens. So coming to the one more important factor in the periodic properties, that is electron affinity. Coming to the electron affinity, or what is meant by an electron affinity. Electron affinity is defined as the amount of energy released. Electron affinity is defined as the amount of energy released when an electron is added to a gaseous isolated atom while converting it into an ion. So electron affinity is the exact and opposite process of the ionization energy. As you know, ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove an electron from a isolated gaseous atom while converting it into its cation. Whereas electron affinity is the amount of energy released when an electron is added to a gaseous isolated atom while converting it into its anion. That is, when an X atom is added an electron E, it forms an ion. X anion is formed. During the formation of a X anion, an energy is released. The amount of energy released itself is going to be called as electron affinity. Electron affinity gives a measure of tendency of an atom to convert it into an ion. The electron affinity measures the tightness of an electron with which it binds to an additional electron itself. Electron affinity may have a positive value or it may have a negative value. The positive electron affinity value indicates that ion is stable than the neutral atom, and negative electron affinity value indicates that the neutral atom is more stable than the ion. In general, electron affinity decreases as we move down the group. The decrease in the electron affinity is because as we move down the group, atomic size increases. As the atomic size increases, the distance between the nucleus and the electron increases. As a result, the nuclear attraction for an electron decreases. As the nuclear attraction over the electron decreases, the electron affinity also decreases. And the electron affinity values increases as we move along the period. This is because the nuclear charge increases as the distance between the nucleus and the orbitary electron decreases, the nuclear charge over the electron increases. Hence, the electron affinity increases. In general, electron affinity values of metals are low and that of non-metals are high. Coming to the factors affecting the magnitude of electron affinity. The magnitude of an electron affinity is highly affected by the following factors, as the ionization energy is controlled by some of the factors. Likewise, the electron affinity and its magnitude also affected by the following factors. The atomic size of an atom, effective nuclear charge, and screening effect by the inner electron. These are the three important things which affects the magnitude of electron affinity. In general, the value of electron affinity decreases with the increase in the atomic radius, and electron affinity increases with the decrease in the screening effect of the inner electrons. And also, in addition to the above factors, electron affinity also depends on the type of orbitals into which the electron is introduced. The electron affinity value is highest for s orbital and it decreases in the following order from s orbital to p orbital, decreases from p orbital to d orbital, and it decreases from d orbital to f orbital. In the periodic table, since from the beginning we have studied in detail about the periodic table and periodic properties, especially the earlier attempts for the classification of elements, classification of elements in the form of a S, P, D and F block, salient features of modern periodic table, and many of the periodic properties such as atomic radius, ionic radius, van der Waals radius, ionization energy, electronegativity and electron affinity in detail and their variation as the atomic number varies. So here I am going to finish off my discussion on the periodic table, and in my next class I am going to give a detailed assignments about the topics which I have covered in the periodic table. So you have to go through my all the classes, and also you have to prepare the assignments, and you are suggested to submit the assignment in the department. And in my next class I am going to discuss about the second chapter in the inorganic chemistry, which is a very important topic, that is chemical bonding.